Welcome to another episode, everyone. Spider Lope is really coming for Monster Kody. Says that the day that Monster Kody died, Monster Kody, of course, being the Crip guy from 8 Trey Gangster, who wrote the book, the famous Crip that everyone loves and respects for the most part. He's saying that Monster Kody was wearing a dress when he died and was sucking, you know what? I mean, just spazzed out and came for him. I heard people talking about this interview that Spider did, and a lot of people are upset apparently. I can see why, I guess. Check some of it out. He's on one, man. Let's get into it.
Now, one thing I just always wondered, like, you used to be on street TV a lot. Is there a reason why you're not over there anymore?
Well, when Munchie B went on his platform with Tiny Munchie, allowing to do it on a backyard, even though I know this backyard shit might gonna be over with the next 10 years. The new generation is not gonna keep that up. But at the time, shout out to J Hood, anyway, it was reported a guy who was generally accepted amongst the real that he was on a backyard, he was no good. My co-host at Kickin' Cack Being Bull felt it was cool to be on his platform, announcing that through his homie Tiny Munchie, who on the yard with a lot of my lokes right now. Shout out to Tiny Munchie. I've spoken to him. He was comfortable allowing him to announce on his platform that somebody, J Hood in particular, but anybody went 50-0 against the East Coast Crips. I didn't have to ask nobody, talk to nobody. I didn't believe it the moment I heard it. However, this is my co-host. We debate issues daily, all the time. I thought it was another issue just to debate. I got J Hood to come on my platform, admit that it was an exaggeration. Tiny Munchie came on my platform, admit that it was exaggeration. Just like Auntie Hefe got in her feelings when I corrected her about Foley being stabbed, that was too much for Crunching Munch to take. Like I told you, he hopped in my DM, right dick, telling me he loves the line I'm pushing, encouraging me to continue pushing it. In between then, I was his caregiver, his helper, his eyes when he had none. That's it. And now he hates me. And it all started with, I don't believe J Hood went 50-0 against the East Coasters. I believe that's an exaggeration.
Okay, so I'm trying to make sure I'm abreast of what's going on my damn self. But Cam Capone asked Spider here, you were on street TV all the time. What happened with why you're not on there anymore? So he's saying that Munchie B, just to translate, for those who may not be able to keep up, was saying that Munchie B was saying that J Hood, the dude that hit the internet some time ago, a year or so ago, from Stevenson Village, I believe, said that he went 50-0 fighting against the East Coasters. He had 50 fights and that he won all of them. And Munchie B, I guess, had repeated that on the show that him and Spider was doing. So Spider saying, no way he went 50-0 against the East Coasters. I don't believe that. So him and Munchie B is going back and forth over that. This is what he's saying.
I'm not saying he didn't do his stuff. I'm not saying he didn't got more W's than he got L's. I'm not even saying he was undefeated. But I don't believe it's 50-0. That's all I said. And niggas got panties. They put panties on. Even though everyone from J Hood to Tiny Munchie involved in telling this story has all, Auntie Hefe brought J Hood, little homie, on his platform with a paper with names written down, trying to prove he can have 50 names and it was not 50 names, bro. But this is what they in their feelings about me saying, hey, you're speaking on my homies incorrectly. Even though I had Auntie Hefe on the black box, giving Monster Kody all the keyway props we can give him. Gave him everything we could give him without mentioning all the bullshit. Purposely. It's not my job to put your G homie on blast that wrote this book that all the out-of-towners. I got Auntie Hefe on my content, on my platform. I'm gonna respect what you respect for the world. Never gonna tell them.
Well, no, that's wrong. If someone is on your platform saying something that's inaccurate, that's mendacious, and you know it, then you're supposed to check that. If not, you're putting out fake content. If you know the real about a situation, then express that at that moment, at that time. So he's saying that, and I'm just being fair. I'm all right with Spider. I fuck with Spider. I was in the penitentiary with Spider. You understand? I know everybody's been coming down on him lately and all that. I'm not a follower. I don't jump on trains and all that. I don't do what everybody else do. He good with me. As far as I can, he ain't done nothing too bad or whatever. Heard little rumors or whatever the fuck. My point is, fuck that. If man saying something inaccurate, because now you just essentially admitting that you knew that what was being said on your platform was wrong, inaccurate, a non-truth, and you put it out there anyway. The whole time you knew the truth, but out of respect for Aunt Hefe, you didn't put it out. No, fuck all that. What you should have said then, this is what it is. So coming back saying it now,
the truth on your G homie, all that foul bullshit shit. But then he had a habit of getting on his platform, speaking on my homies, not only negative, but dishonestly negative. He has this story in his mind where recently somebody that's a red rag got violated like Munchie, and they wrecked him in the county jail. And for some reason, he felt like he needed to announce on the internet that in retaliation, a similar incident
got violated like Munchie in his rectum in the county jail. So you believe that Munchie got violated in his rectum in the county jail, but you were with him, y'all were doing shows, and y'all were cool together. And this is what happens when these relationships break up. As we can see lately, all sort of stuff starts coming out about how people really feel about an individual. You're chilling with me, you're doing a show with me, but you really believe that this shit happened to me? This is how you felt the whole time?
happened to someone from East Coast. Not just myself, but everybody I know from East Coast. We search high, low, in the system, out the system, this street, that block. We want to know who from East Coast this happened to. The person does not exist. However, Auntie Hefe is comfortable having his platform out there stating a member of the East Coast Crips got violated just like Munchie B in his rectum in the county jail a few months ago. He's never corrected that. Then he's also come on this platform and tried to push this 50-0. Hey, no big deal. Hey, all I'm gonna do is come on here and say this. If you're gonna do that, I could tell the truth about your G homie, Monster Cody, who was sucking dick, smoking dope, wearing dresses downtown LA the day he died. These are things I never chose to say out of respect for you as a Keyway on these platforms. But now you wanna get...
Whoa! What the hell? Did I just hear what he said, right? I can talk about yo G homie, Monster Cody, the indomitable Monster Cody, the incomparable Monster Cody, OG HA Gangster Crib. Spider just said the day he died was in downtown LA with a dress on, sucking on another man. This is blasphemy. Whoa. He wasn't even in LA when he died. I believe Monster Cody was in San Diego when he died. But, let's see. Wow.
On these platforms as kindred, friendly to me, and then lie on my homies. All right, you gonna lie on me, tell the truth on you. So if you didn't know Monster Cody was smoking dope, sucking dick, wearing dresses downtown LA, now you know.
I did not know that.
Now you know.
Or hear that.
Now you know, for Def Doe Gang.
Whoa.
And I chose to interview Auntie Hefe on the Black Box, speak about Monster Cody, all his accomplishments, everything that we can respect. I left all that out. And every opportunity he on the internet trying to report something negative about my loved ones from the E-double. Imagine that. Yo, bad. I might have got you a Cam Capone interview, Auntie.
Man, okay. You and Aunt Hefe been having some issues then for
Auntie Hefe has an issue with me. You remember, if you look for the last 7 months, what happened was around February 13th, 2025, a lot of things was happening with my name, and I kind of readjusted my approach to the internet based on, it looked like because of what I was going through with my peers or the people on the internet. However, I have a 77 and a 75-year-old mother and father who's never been on social media until COVID. And now they're familiar with Facebook and YouTube. And they happen to see everything related with me. So when it looked like I fell back because the whole internet sector was against me, it was really because of appeals from my parents of what they saw and what they thought. I knew I had to. I'll be 50 in a couple weeks. So this is a few months ago, almost a year ago. I knew in my mind, in my life, I have no business with my senior parents having to tell me certain things. I have to balance that with being Spider-Loc and everything I'm doing. So, but the most important thing to me is while they're still alive is how my parents view me in the face of the public. So I chose for 7 months along with crunching much but telling me, hey, Spider, let's stop trolling, texting. I'll show you the screenshot. Let's play ball. So I stayed silent, not only about him, but I stopped trolling for 7 months. If you go look on my channel, from February 13th until recently, I was talking about birds, space, politics, getting 0 views, putting out 10 videos a day, not caring. That's what I was doing. It's obvious, it's all documented. And then what happened was, one of my homies, that's a neighborhood crip, happened to be on the same yard as 4Leaf. Also, if you look on YouTube, any video you'll see 3 dots in the top right corner. If you touch those 3 dots, you'll get some options. And one of the options is don't recommend this channel. I pushed that option for every channel in our sector. So the reason why I was capable for those 7 months to make that type of content that had nothing to do with none of us is because I had blocked everybody. I didn't even see their feeds. So what happened was one of my homies on the same yard with 4Leaf said, SBI, I'm finna put you on. You finna be in the game. Auntie F ain't wrong again. And he out here saying 4Leaf, like, cause I'm looking at 4Leaf right now. He ain't got stabbed, boo, 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 boo. I basically said, got you, neighborhood. Hey, Auntie F, you got it wrong. You're wrong again. 4Leaf didn't get stabbed. And it turned into all this. That's all I did.
For the people who don't know, who's 4Leaf?
4Leaf the low. He the same guy that gets credit for finger banging Munchie B on his G-spot in the county jail. I'm not saying he did it, but that's who everybody get credit to. He the nigga, you can go look his name up on the internet. They got him in the county jail.
Well, ain't no credit being given with that, first of all. There's nothing to take credit for. That's sick. That's homosexuality. Not that homosexuality is sick, but assault is. And if you did that to someone and they didn't consent to that, and then that's assault. So if you did that, then you're not a loc. You're a gayster. You're a gayster. Those gaysters, bro. Not gangsters. Gaysters. I just came up with some new shit. Motherfucking gaysters. These dudes, I know about 4Leaf. I know 4Leaf. Might do a video on him soon. Who knows? I know some things, I've been staying out of that mix. This is bananas. This is wild work right here, though. Spider, look, he mad, he mean mugging, he talk about my homie, tell a lie about my homie, I'm gonna tell the truth about your homie. Ooh. And then just said this man, the famous monster Cody, is wearing dresses, sucking dick. Damn.
Outnumbered, Internet. 6, 7, 8 to 1. Ops, back against the wall, trying to flinch at him, and he a low. That's all I'm gonna say. He a low.
Big dude from the 40s.
He a low. He from the 40s, neighborhood. 4Leaf, he a general.
Is he coming home anytime soon?
We pray all the keyways come home.
Okay. I mean, then you can...
Give me some more.
A lot of times, he have a lot of time going? Or?
Yes, he has a lot of time.
Yeah,
very serious.
We pray that all of the brothers come home. We pray that everyone in prison comes home. Not just all the keyways. Everyone in prison, particularly those wrongfully convicted and those who change their lives and want to add to society. We wish the best for all of them.
Issues. And if we just said regular, the white folks already said he ain't coming home yet. But we praying. It's like Big Spider though, my brother. They said he ain't. We got a lot. They said ain't coming home. Is home. Spody from 9-0. You know what I'm talking about? My homie Lil Rockadon from 11A East Coast. Had life. I know a lot of Four Extras had life.
4 Extra.
Neighborhood off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
yeah,
praying
hopefully
and
he comes
believing and
home.
hoping on a lot of shit.
Now, you've been in the game a long time. So you've been around, Snoop and Daz and 50 and, a lot of the old school dudes, Suge and everybody. Did you see Daz going at Snoop?
I saw all the headlines and titles, never clicked on one bit of the content because I've seen this before. Over 20 years ago, they're actually cousins and they've gone through this multiple times. I'm unentertained. I'm uninterested. They've been through this. They're not gonna touch each other, they're not gonna hurt each other. I don't even believe they're gonna file any of these papers they're talking about.
Wow. All right. There you have it, bro. Damn, I hadn't seen the interview. I just heard about it come across my timeline a couple times that Spider spoke down on Monster Cody. I wasn't sure exactly what he had said. I did not know that he had said all of that. Whoa. I guess the A-Tray gangsters have responded. I've seen, or somebody, people are upset about this interview. Where is it going to lead? Where is it going to go? I don't know. We have to be careful on this internet. I keep saying it. Getting out here saying stuff, trying to get these views and shock jock and shock value and all of that. But man, it is not worth it. I mean, you're tainting someone's legacy. That's a well-known figure in all of Los Angeles. And like I said, has a lot of love and all of that. Known as one of the generals, if you will. And to say that he was wearing a dress and sucking dick, that's not good. I don't know where he got that information from. How does he know that? I never heard that. I mean, I got my ear to the street at all time about what's going on in the land. That never came up. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not in it. I'm just covering it, bro. I'm just covering it. That's what Spider said. We'll see what the A-Tray game. I believe they said they have a retort. But they came back at him, what have you. We'll see. I'll cover it. Let's see how it unfolds, bro. But he made that interview. He made those statements. And so we'll see how it transpires when it's all said and done. Wow. Stay safe and stay free, people.